back to my channel. This is Shelby. I'm going to be doing a fun look today. I'm going to be doing a rainbow inspired look. I asked some of the people on my Instagram what look they wanted me to do, and that is what they asked. So I'm going to be doing them. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and start off with doing my eyebrows. I always do my eyebrows first. They always take the longest, so might as well get it done and over with. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll get started on the look. But for right now, the two palettes that I go to that are going to be for any kind of like rainbow, bright color, fun kind of a look that I go for is going to be the James Charles by Morphe palette, as well as the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. Both of these palettes are very rainbowy, very fun colors, you know. We all know what the James Charles palette looks like. But I typically go in between both of these when I'm trying to achieve that rainbow look. So to start off, I will zoom you guys. So first and foremost, I must prime. That's the word. I typically use a concealer. I'm going to use the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in Pale. It's one of the lightest concealers I have. That is almost white. So I'm going to use that to really allow the color to shine through and have its moment. So I'm going to just do that. And I have a tiny little sponge here. Just a teeny tiny one that I'm going to go ahead and use to pounce in that concealer. Start with, I will take this Detail Crease Brush by E.l.f. This little guy right here. And I'm going to dip into, You're Kidding in the James Charles palette. And just kind of pack on the color where I want. Once I've gotten the red on the way that I want it, I'm going to go in with 518. Yeah, 518. The bright orange here, and just kind of go right along that line of red. That helps really get the blending of the orange and the red going. So you'll see that I'm using the same exact brush for these colors, and that's because I have this like color switch thingy that gets all the pigment off of the brush, so when I go from color to color I can still use the same tiny brush, because I don't really have very many of these small packer brushes. I can't talk today. Detail crease brushes. So now that I've laid down the orange, I'm going to go back in with You're Kidding and really blend it into that orange. Okay, now that I have the red and the orange blended, I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush. I don't know what number Sonia Kashuk brush this is, but I got it a couple years ago, but it's a nice big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go along the edges here and just, you know, circular motions and blending it out. Take a little bit more concealer on a flat brush. I have a tiny little guy right here. This is the BH Cosmetics number 9. This little guy right here. And I'll go in with a little bit of concealer. Now, the next color I'm going to use for the yellow, I'm going to mix 2 of them. I'm going to use B from the James Charles as well as this lovely yellow right here, just so I can make sure it's a nice rich yellow that I'm putting down. And I'm again going to use a little packer brush. So we're going to go back into that with that tiny detail crease brush with the orange here. I'm also going to mix a little bit of Code James because it's a touch darker of an orange, and just really blend in the yellow and the orange together. Yeah, so I have this Wanderlust palette by Profusion. It's kind of like a yellowy shimmer shade. So I'm going to go in with that. Purple from the Juvias Place Zulu palette. This one right here, and I'm going to mix it with Escape from the James Charles palette, just to get a nice rich purple. Now that that's done, I'm going to go into Playground in the James Charles palette. Now I'm going to take another flat brush that I haven't used yet, and I'm going to dip into this neon green from the BH Cosmetics palette, which is this green right there. So now, once that is done, I'm going to grab my little shimmery eyeliner here. Now I have this Profusion glitter liner that I'm going to go ahead and line along the cut crease. Eyeliner, I got it in my Ipsy bag last month, and I've been really liking it so far, so I'm going to throw Okay, so I have most of my face on. I have my foundation, obviously my powder, and primer and all that fun stuff. I'm actually going to do the under eyes right now while I'm baking. So when I go to dust the bake away, if there's any fallout, it'll go with it. And then I'll actually finish the bronzer and blush and highlight portion and lashes. I'm going to get started. Now typically whenever I do my under eyes, I will use a small detail crease brush or a little round brush like so. Something like that usually. Since I have my detail crease brush out, I'm going to go ahead and just use that guy. No need to dirty any more brushes than necessary. So we're going to zoom in just a little bit here, a little bit more, so you can really see what I'm doing here. I'm going to line my waterline with a little bit of white. I have this Jumbo eye pencil by NYX in Milk. Yeah, Milk. And I'm just going to line it with a little bit of white to make my eyes pop. Boom. Then we're gonna do the rest of the face.